It's officially June, and with that means the hot summer temperatures are here to stay. So we have a lot of tips to help keep your pets happy and cool this summer. We're going to tell you all about that and so much more right here on Pets on Parade. Good morning and welcome to Pets on Parade, brought to you by 3TV. I'm Kelsey Dickerson with the Arizona Humane Society. Thank you so much for tuning in with us this Saturday. Now, from a mama pup who is hoping to be treated like a pup on her own with her forever family so she can be treated like the queen that she is, to kittens who grew up without a mama but thankfully had foster heroes to save them. We have so many incredible pets who have been saved thanks to those who support AHS and our mission. Plus, a heartwarming reunion between military member Byron Gibson and his kitty Radar after he was deployed to Qatar for 7 months. You definitely won't want to miss this. And there certainly is no slowing down of furry babies that need forever families. Kittens and puppies keep pouring through our doors, Perry, and you definitely have your handful with this cute baby.
I do, and this is the wonderful little Anna. She's a 12-week-old female looking like pretty much like a Labrador, and she came in as an over-the-counter stray, abandoned, with a sibling that you're going to see a little bit later in the show. She is very, very affectionate and very, very puppyish. And, you know, we talk a lot about the need to socialize puppies, and she's 12 weeks, and there's that critical 8-week to 16-week period. She's smack in the middle of that. This is a great, great time to really get her socialized, and one of the great ways to do that is with the Arizona Humane Society's Puppy Party program. We have a little great, there they are, look at the great fun this is. This is a fantastic way to get your puppy socialized. We're not going to train them, we're not going to teach them anything, we're going to let them play with other puppies, which is really what they should be doing at this age. Learning how to get along, experiencing other dogs. It's a safe environment, it's supervised by behavior people. It's a fantastic way, rather than taking your dog to a dog park or taking them to some location where you don't know what's going on. This is just a fantastic and very safe way to get your doggy socialized. You can go to our website, azhumane.org/training, and read all about it. We ask for a $15 donation to attend those. It is well worth it. I have supervised many of those functions. They are a blast. Go to our website again, azhumane.org/training, read all about it, and bring your puppy and get them socialized.
Oh my goodness, it is such a wonderful resource, and it's seriously so cute and adorable. I absolutely love that. Thank you so much for that, Perry. And before we meet this little one, we want to show you just how tiny and sick she was when she first came to AHS. Fostering truly is such a life-saving and fulfilling venture, Stacy, and oh my goodness, what an absolutely beautiful girl you have.
She is beautiful, and as you can see, she's also very sweet and playful. She was initially sick when she came into us, but then she went to the bottle baby ICU and latched on to her bottle right away. And then she went into foster for weight gain, and she did very well in foster. She's extremely sweet. She's interested in everything and everybody, and anyone who comes over to interact with her, she's given them lots of cuddles and kisses. And little ones like this just make fostering so rewarding. If you're on the fence about fostering, I would say go ahead and get your first foster. It's a way to save lives for sure. You're making room in the shelter for another pet who is in need, and then we can help that pet as well. And you're getting these little guys ready for, you know, to be adopted out. One thing to know about our fostering is that you're supported the whole way. There's even a matchmaker to match you with a foster that is great for you. And then the whole way you're supported, you can text, you can call, and there's always someone there to help you. I know when I first started fostering, I had lots of what I thought were silly questions, but there are none of those. They answer them all with patience and kindness, and you get all the supplies you need when you're fostering, no matter what the case is. There's no cost to you at all. You just get rewarded with all this cuteness and loveliness. Oh, baby, look at, she's ready to be loved. But for more information, you can go on azhumane.org/foster, and a matchmaker can match you with somebody. like this little lady.
Absolutely, and there are a lot of little adorable somebodies that need fostering right now. Thank you so much for that, Stacy, and thank you for fostering. Now, the Arizona Humane Society, like many other shelters, continues to struggle with big dog adoptions, as many wonderful pups are sitting on the adoption floor for much too long. One such sweet baby is Elvira, who has been at our shelter since March of this year after her owner could no longer care for her. At just 39 pounds and 3 years old, this sweet lab mix loves playing in the water, going for car rides, and giving every person she sees lots of kisses and cuddles. If you're a fan of Elvira the character, you're sure to be a fan of this adorable Elvira. Meet her at our South Mountain campus or learn more at azhumane.org/adopt. And speaking of long-timer pups, we have an absolutely adorable girl who deserves to have a family of her own to care for her, and she is definitely a very special girl, Carrie.
That's right, Kelsey. This is Kia, and Kia has been at AHS way too long. She came in through Project Reach Out back in January, and she came as a mother with her 6 puppies. Kia's adventure then turned into a medical case as we diagnosed her with ringworm, but we were able to take care of that treatment. She's all cleared up, and then another hit for Miss Kia as we realized she also had valley fever. Now, valley fever is treatable, and AHS has started that treatment. She also has a little hitch in her giddy up. She's got something going on with her leg. So we need to treat her valley fever for a few more weeks and take additional x-rays to see if she needs to have surgery. Now, AHS is looking for a very special adopter. We call this our Almost Adoptable program. We're going to continue to help you through her healing of her leg, and we would ask that the adopter take on the responsibility after her leg is healed to treat her for valley fever, as that treatment can be up to a few years. So Kia is the sweetest girl. She loves kisses, hot dogs. We're still working on sit, but she has all the love in her heart and snuggles to provide any family. And so we are hoping that the perfect family is out there to give this girl a chance. Again, she's been with us since January. She's a very sweet dog. Thank you so much. You heard me telling how sweet you are. And again, we just are looking for that perfect family. She's available at our Papago Park campus. So please come down today and give Kia a visit.
Oh my goodness. You know what, Kia? I'm on the same page. I love puppy kisses and hot dogs too. So hopefully you find the perfect family out there for you. Thank you so much for that, Carrie. And before meeting a critter, people may not know just how unique and wonderful they are. And they all have their own personalities and quirks. And oh my goodness, Marvin is so cute, Janine.
If you could feel this rabbit, oh my gosh, it's velour, the softest thing in the world. Marvin came to us from an owner surrender that had too many rabbits. They actually had 5. But what they had done is they were trying to help with a hoarding situation, and they took them on themselves, and then they saw that it was just too much to handle. So this one needs to have his own time with a loving family, and they're super social animals, so they do really good in pairs. So if you can't always take care of them and play with them all the time yourself, then they have each other to have fun with. And they always need a nice cage that has a flat bottom, and Carefresh is the bedding that you would put in there, and Timothy hay is a staple. 80% of the diet should be some kind of hay. And also they do, of course, fresh vegetables. They can't produce their own vitamin C, so we need to supplement that. And about, I would say 20% would be the pellets. They can be litter box trained. They're just a really fun pet to have, and definitely rabbit proof your room that they're going to be running around. If you can't like cover your cords and things like that, then you can put them in a pen that puppies would play in and give them some outdoor time, because they will get the zoomies and they will flip around in the air and chase balls, and they're a lot of fun. So I would but definitely do your research on a certain kind of unique pet like this, because they're different than cats and dogs, but they're still just as lovely to have in your home. But just make sure you check out our website for information on caring, how to set up your room, things like that. And then what I found, there's a website called thesprucepets.com, and I get tons of information about all different kinds of pets there. So just check out this little boy, Marvin, and you will just love to stroke him forever.
Oh my goodness, and he's matching the cauliflower that's up there with him.
What's
Thank you so
snacking?
much for those great critter tips, Janine. And we have a real life Puss in Boots reincarnate here in studio with us today. Just look at that face. You definitely won't want to miss this adorable kitten. We'll introduce you to her and so many other cuties, so make sure to stay tuned. And welcome back to Pets on Parade. Now, we showed her picture before the break, but we just can't get enough. Okay, she has some of the cutest, saddest eyes I've ever seen. She is such a cute kitten, Lisa. Look at those eyes. Oh my gosh.
I know, I had to get her position just right. She has those big puppy dog eyes, but she's a kitty. So this is sweet Georgette. Her and her siblings came into us not doing very well. They came in as emergencies through our field department, and they almost look like failure to thrive kitties. What that means is you know, kind of crusty, underweight, dehydrated, just not very spunky. And look at her now. She's crazy. She's very playful, and she is the vocal one of the bunch. And she says a minute ago she was eating these hot dogs. She absolutely will put dogs to shame. She loves hot dogs. Cats are carnivores. But one of the things you do have to watch with kittens is they are very curious, and there are a lot of indoor houseplants that are poisonous. So please always go online and look. But a lot of the palms, the little pygmy palms and the sago palms are poisonous. Pothos, and which is called devil's ivy. I see that in a lot of homes, and if cats ingest that, and many dogs too, it can be poisonous to them. So we always recommend, if you have curious kittens or a cat that likes to snack on your plants, please make sure you check that your plants are animal safe, both dogs and cats. So those big elephant ears are potentially poisonous to animals. So me and my little Puss in Boots here are going to continue on our hot dog spree, and we're just going to eat the rest of these hot dogs on the table while you enjoy the rest of the show.
Oh my goodness. You know what? Can't go wrong with a little hot dogs during the summer. 4th of July will be here before you know it. Thank you so much for that, Lisa. And now we have a big boy who is a little on the shy side, but look at him. He has warmed up in no time, and that little stump will not stop stumping, Perry.
No, it won't. This is the big tuna. And he came to us, he's a 4-year-old, I would say probably like Shepherd Lab mix. He came into us from our field team. He was a abandonment, so no owner. And a big boy, but very, very sweet. He came in, he was a little bit nervous at first, as you can imagine. He was a little bit underweight, of course, and is shedding quite a bit. He probably just hasn't had the nutrition he really, really needs. But our behavior team evaluated him, and he actually passed with flying colors. He didn't like to be restrained too much, but who does? But he's all real good to go now. You know, it's never a great idea to tether your pet, but we are now entering a part of the year where it's going to be really bad to tether your pet because access to shade and water is extremely important, and tethering a dog can stop them from getting to those. Tethering is actually illegal in some cities in the valley. The cities kind of vary all according to their laws, and most of those laws have to do with the length of the tethering. You can go to our website, azumaine.org/break the chain, and read all about it. But this tethering is just not a good idea. Like I said, you can get caught up in that tether. It can stop access to certain things. They can actually get injured by tethering. They can get choked by tethering. It's just not a good idea. So please join the Arizona Humane Society and break the chain. Again, go to our website, azumaine.org/break the train, and read all about the bad things about tethering.
Absolutely. You know what? Unfortunately, we have definitely seen the dark side of tethering,
Yes, we
and
have.
some really hard cases. So thank you so much for that important reminder, Perry. And don't you worry, cat lovers. We have plenty of feline cuteness headed your way when we come back. So don't change that channel. Yeah, meow is right. Welcome back to Pets on Parade. Now in May, we announced that we had almost 800 kittens cared for in our bottle baby and kitten ICUs since March of this year alone. And even more are coming in and even more need your help. Right, Carrie?
That's right. And I just want to give a huge shout out to every single foster hero out there. This past month, we were able to send over 800 pets into foster. Now, that said, there are still hundreds of pets that need your help. In fact, we need to send another 750 pets out to foster this June. And this little kiddo is just one of those cats that need help. Right now, we are seeing a lot of upper respiratory infections. In fact, the emergency animal medical technicians send in a list every morning of the animals they anticipate picking up for the day. And there's at least 10 kittens every single day that are coming into the shelter with upper respiratory. Now, these kittens need a foster home while they overcome that. A good spot for that would be a small area like a bathroom where they can be contained in an easily cleaned area. AHS will provide all of the medical care, food, supplies that you need during this process, and it only takes about 14 days for an upper respiratory infection to clear up. So if you have a bathroom, a closet, someplace you can tuck a kitten away, we would love your help. Now, these kittens need to be separated for the duration of the foster period, so you don't want to intermix your own personal pets with these kittens, but that's why we recommend a small area. Again, AHS has matchmakers that will help you find the perfect fit, and we hope that you will step forward today to help take one of the 750 pets we need to place into foster this June.
Oh my goodness, that is absolutely incredible. We are so thankful for everything that your team does. And speaking of being thankful, the Arizona Humane Society works to help keep pets in their loving homes any way that we can. And we are so grateful when we are able to do that for our active or former military members. One amazing way that we are able to do this is through our Project Active Duty program. We're going to tell you all about this program through Byron and Radar's story. Let's take a look.
So I was getting deployed to Qatar, and it's been about 7 months since I've seen him.
At the Arizona Humane Society, we know pets are family. So when Byron Gibson was deployed last October, we knew he needed someone to take care of his beloved cat, Radar.
My mom was helping me out because I was kind of stressed trying to find a place for him to go, and I was just researching it, and I found you guys. Yeah, I just called and got it set up.
AHS is committed to helping military families stay together through Project Active Duty. This special program places pets in a foster home while their owner is deployed abroad for military service.
It's amazing that I could go for 6 months and then I could bring them somewhere to, have somebody take them for me while I was gone. It's a great program.
Our dedicated foster heroes care for these pets like their own and keep owners like Byron informed with regular updates.
Many, many photos from the foster family, and I appreciate everything they did for me.
And no matter how long they have to be deployed, our servicemen and women can take some comfort in knowing their pet will be waiting for them when they come home. Once they return from their tour of duty, they're reunited with their pet, who they may not have seen for several months. Now, all that's left to do is to catch up on all those missed cuddles.
The first thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna hug him and give him the biggest hug ever.
Since AHS launched Project Active Duty in 2014, we've helped to reunite countless pets with their families. And their smiles say it all. Help AHS continue to support our nation's brave servicemen and women by becoming a foster hero today. Learn more at azhumane.org/foster. We are always so happy when we are able to keep pets and their people together. And if you are interested in becoming a foster hero for either an owned animal or a homeless pet in need, make sure to visit azhumane.org/foster. And now we saw this adorable kitty's photo earlier in this show, and now we just want to bring it back, not only to show how tiny this little baby was, but to also see the amazing transformation that was possible. Stacy, I love her little claws in that photo.
I know, she has made an amazing transformation. She came in originally with eye discharge and she was underweight and dehydrated, but she went to our bottle baby ICU and was very vocal and active, as you can see, and she's also super sweet and playful. But one thing to remember about kittens and play is that they are babies and they're still learning how to play. So when you are playing with a kitten, it's important to remember, I say 4 R's. The first one is remove, and that means if the kitten is biting you, remove yourself, say ow, and remove yourself from play. Stop the play immediately. Then redirect, grab a toy and have them bite and play with the toy instead. You can also reinforce positive play with a treat, a little treat every time they play in the correct way. And then repeat. That means stay consistent. Don't ever let them get away with biting or playing inappropriately, and then they won't learn that behavior. So for more tips on how to play with your kitten, you can visit azhumane.org/behavior. But this little smudge is ready to come make a mark on your life. So come down and see her.
Oh my goodness, you know what? Leave it to the teacher to leave us with an adorable pun like that. That was absolutely adorable. Thank you so much for those important tips, Stacy. And I can't get over how adorable the hair on this pup's face is. It looks like he has a lion's mane, Janine, and oh my goodness, look at those eyes.
I know,
so beautiful.
2 different colors. It's called chromiopathy or something like that. That would be a Perry question, he would know. And this is an Australian Shepherd, I mean purebred. Look at this, it's a working dog. It was an owner's surrender because they didn't have any time to work with him because they're a very active breed. And so he really hasn't had much leash training, which that would be great, but he's very friendly, he's excitable, and he likes treats. Look at that. So which is great for training, is that if they're really treat motivated, that will really help things. And just finding just ways to expend his energy, but he is so beautiful. I mean, he's just a lovely dog. Yeah, get that treat. It's so yummy. But have you noticed that it's getting pretty hot outside? It is. People are walking their dogs on the cement, and I'm just like, if you can't put your foot down for 10 seconds with a bare foot, then you should not be walking your dogs. And also, don't leave them in hot cars, because it can be just minutes and it will be too hot. And so you would have to call 911 and make sure you stay on the phone with them until help arrives, and check all the doors to make sure they're open. And otherwise, just be very cognizant of your animals with the heat. It's horrific on us, and it's even more horrific on them. azhumane.org/no-hot-dogs-az.
Absolutely, those are some great tips there. And yes, last year we saw way too many heat deaths, so we want to avoid that. And opposite of heat, have you ever seen the movie Frozen? Well, we met Anna earlier, and this is her sister. Let's see if you can guess what her name is when we come back. Welcome back to the show. Now, we asked the audience if maybe you were familiar with Frozen, which if you have kids or grandkids, you're probably overly familiar with this movie. We asked you to guess what this little one's name is. We met her sister Anna earlier, so that means this one's name is...
Elsa. And I will not break into song, but I could use a little Frozen in my life this week. It's been pretty hot out there. So this is her adorable sister, Elsa. So I don't need to tell you much about her story. She'll get adopted just by that cute face alone. But I do want to remind you what Perry talked about and what Janine talked about, which is don't walk your dog. If you can't walk out there in your bare feet, your dog can't either. These feet are not shoes. They're not like shoes for us. They are bare feet. So imagine your dog or cat is got bare feet out there. It is too hot to walk on the pavement. So if you need more tips about it, but it's pretty basic. So no hot dogs AZ if you want some more heat-related tips.
Absolutely. And now we met this other sibling duo earlier. Now we met Georgette earlier. So Perry, no one is ever going to be able to guess this kitten's name.
This is Brother George. Here he is, same story. Came in from our field team, got him into the shelter, underweight, wasn't latching on really well, so weight gain was a big deal. Got him into a foster home where he finally did gain some weight, and here he is right now. What a beautiful orange tabby this little guy is. Join us June the 7th at Hooters at the Metro Center Parkway. We're going to have a great event there, enjoy some food all day long. We're going to have adoptable pets there. 10% of the proceeds is going to go back to the Arizona Humane Society. You can go to our website, azhumane.org/events, and read all about it. It's going to be a great day. I don't know why I'm not volunteering for this event. I think I should be at Hooters on my birthday.
Absolutely. I was going to say, you know, fellow Gemini over here, that is your actual birthday. So if you see Perry at that Hooters event, he's not working it. He can get a White Claw, I think, on you guys for a thanks for all that he does. And you know what? Any of our volunteers, really. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. We hope that you have a wonderfully safe weekend. Make sure to help keep your pets safe and cool by keeping them indoors. And remember, if you see a pet in a dangerous situation, call the local police or the Arizona Humane Society right away. And with that, we'll see you right here next week for another episode of Pets on Parade.